And when you type that in your calculator, hit the button above to get your answer. So type in 2 pi 8. So 2 pi 8 would be, what did you get?
60.
What did you get?
60.
Not 60. So it should be 2 times pi times 8. And then it should be a number above. Okay, enter. And then you have to hit this. Okay. All right, so who got 50.2, 50.3? Who got that? All right, so we'll say 50.3. We round that. And it's in miles. Okay, so to find the arc length though, go ahead and look in your notes. I think it's on page 10. Look for that formula we learned yesterday. L equals the angle over 360 times 2 pi r. That's when we have to use that angle. So the angle measure is 60. So that would be 60 over 360 times 2 pi r, or 2 pi 8. Go ahead, type that in your calculator. So this first one, this would be how much crust it takes to go around the whole pizza. So if I want to go around the whole pizza, it would be 50 miles. But if I'm only interested in the crust on a slice, then that's just 8.4. That's the difference between those two. All right, any questions about that? So let's go to our notes. We're going to learn we're starting 5.3 today. 5.3 is about arcs and chords. Remember, a chord is a segment that goes from edge to edge. Okay, so go to page 11. And we're going to mark this diagram using some congruent symbols. So in your note packet, turn to page 11, the yellow packet. So this says that if it's in the same circle, two minor arcs if congruent, if and only if the corresponding chords are congruent. So the word congruent, that's a really fancy word, but it just means equal. So what that means is that if I know these are equal, so let's go ahead and put a little tally mark on FG and JH. If those are equal, then these arcs will be equal. And we could put 2 tally marks to show that. So if I know FG and JH are the same, the arcs will also be the same. So we're going to look for chords that are the same. All right, so we got a couple questions we're going to solve with that, with this new theorem. So again, we have JK and LM are the same. So because JK and LM are, so write R, because they are equal or they are congruent, the corresponding arcs, JK, arc JK, and arc LM, are congruent. So that means that because these two are the same, the measure of these two arcs will also be the same. So if from here to here is 75 degrees, what do you think the measurement will be from here to here? If this is 75, then this side is also 75. So we can write the 75 over here too. So arc JK and arc LM are both 75. So let's look at this one. So because I see that these two are congruent, if this piece here is 60, what do you think this is going to be? Down here. 60. That's it. That's our new theorem. So if you see that our chords are congruent, that means our arcs are congruent. So arc CD will also be 60. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do some algebra. So it says in circle C, arc DE is congruent to arc FG. Find FG. Okay, so I know that this arc is equal to this arc. So that means that these two chords are equal to each other. So we can set that 2x plus 6. I want you to set that equal to 5x minus 9. Go ahead and solve that for x. Who remembers how to solve an equation? All right, try to solve it for x. Bring all your x's to one side, all your numbers to the other side. So let's subtract our 2x. Go ahead and subtract 2x. And that'll give you 6 equals 5x minus 2x is 3x minus 9. And then you're going to add the 9. So 15 equals 3 times x, and then divide by 3. And you should get that x equals 5. But we're not done though. And this is going to be a big part in the homework. After we figure out what x is equal to, it told us to find FG. So FG is from here to here. And I know that FG, so let's write that. I know that segment FG is 5x minus 9. You need to substitute this 5 in for x. So that would be 5 times 5 minus 9. And go ahead and pick up your calculator to see what you get. And what did you get for 5 times 5 minus 9? All right, that would be your answer. All right, and that's what we're going to practice for today. We got a few more questions, and then you can start working on homework too. The front side. Okay, so when you look at this circle, this is circle W. Again, when you see these two arcs, do you see how I have an arc? These two arcs, what they're telling me is that this arc and this arc are the same. So that means that this chord and this chord are the same. Go ahead and put 2 marks on the chord. So because they're equal to each other, we can set them equal to each other. So we have 5x minus 9 equals 2x plus 3. All right, go ahead and solve that for x. So we subtract the 2x. And then what do you think we're going to do next to solve this for x? What will be my next? Add 9. Good job. And then your last step would be to divide by 3. So that's not my answer though. X equals 4 is not my answer. What we have to do now, because it asks us to find RS, is substitute that 4 in here into the what I have highlighted green. So segment RS is 5x minus 9. And we figured out that x is 4. So go ahead with your calculators. Figure out what you get for RS. So after you find x, we have to substitute it in for x. For x, yeah. So what's 5 times 4 minus 9? 11. So we're looking for congruent chords so we can find our congruent arcs. All right, next one. And this is our last one. I want you to try to set it up. So what are you going to set equal to each other? Because I know that this arc and this arc are the same, then that tells me that I could set these two equal to each other. Because these two chords are the same. You can put 2 arcs for the 2 hashes on the chords. So take a moment. Take 4x minus 15 and set that equal to x plus 6. Go ahead and solve that for x. Just a reminder to finish out that e-learning assignment from last Friday. It does close tomorrow. You could do it multiple times till you get full credit. I'm going to import those grades over today, but I will do a second import for those who did not do it. So make sure you get that done. All right. So what did you do first to solve this for x? Subtract the 1x. Yep, that'll work. So let's subtract x. So that would be 3x minus 15 equals 6. And then what's the opposite of subtracting 15? Adding 15. Yeah, good. And then lastly, you're going to divide by 3. So what do you get for x? What is 21 divided by 3? 7, good. But it's asking, oh, let me not circle that because that's not my final answer. It wants us to find AB, which means that we have to substitute that 7 back in here. So to find segment AB is 4x minus 15, which in this case is 4 times 7 minus 15. So go ahead in your calculators, take 4 times 7. And subtract 15. And what do you all get? 13. Now, just so you realize, I want to make sure you know this. So that's my final answer. Whatever you get for this one, if we were to put that 7 in here, if I put the 7 here, do I still get 13? Is 7 plus 6 13? If you're not sure, type it in your calculator to verify. But because, that's what I want to make sure you understand, whatever the length of AB is, the length of segment or chord CD is equal. So both AB and CD are 13. Okay, still giving full credit for homework 1. If you have not got your stamp yet, start working on that. Finish that, I should say. Also, if you did not pick up homework 2 in the front, use this time to start working on the front side of homework 2. And you can skip around. So you're going to look for arcs that are the same, because if you have arcs that are the same, the chords are the same. All right, so take a minute and look at that. And then if you need help, you can bring it up and I will help you.